Every day I'm hopeful that something will just help me. Mental health. How can we do this as mums? How can it be sustainable? How can it make us feel good rather than guilty because we don't have time for it? This week I am bringing you along on the journey of trying to create those healthy habits where I'm putting self-care into my routine that isn't at the cost of running my home or spending quality time with my kids, but it's getting to fill my cup because my cup is definitely empty. So if this sounds interesting to you, stay tuned for today's video, give it a big thumbs up because it really does support my channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe and tap that bell to get notified, and let's get into a week of mental health. If this is the first time meeting, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. My name is Beck and I'm a mum to 4. Last week was a really bad week for me. Like literally I was so depressed, and I don't mean that in such a flippant like I was sad, but I was literally depressed. I have really struggled with my mental health over the last 4 months. It has been very difficult, and I know that I'm the one who needs to change that because I can't rely on others to bring me happiness. It has to come from within in order for it to be sustainable. So I've done some research and I have created a bit of a template that I'm hoping is going to help me in putting intentional mental health and self-care into my routine. I checked the weather last night and today was an overcast day, which usually this sort of weather would make me feel so sad and just miserable in myself. But I have intentionally mapped out today that I'm gonna do some exercise this morning. So this is the first time I'm wearing activewear in like probably 18 months. And then after that, I'm going to do some mindful coloring in. I'm gonna light a candle so that I have that spa-like feel and make a coffee. And that is pretty much all the self-care that I'm gonna do today because I'm gonna do some editing and playing with the kids. But part of this is I'm actually going to write 3 things that I'm thankful for each day. And then on the other side, I'm going to do some journaling. The other thing I've put in this template is a list of things that I can look after myself in very practical ways. And then I'm just gonna be tracking my overall mood. I'm really intrigued to see if being intentional by sequencing it in based on my day and Ed's sleep routine and the weather is going to help my mental health. I actually feel excited about today, which is a strange feeling, but I'm really thankful for it. Now that Ed's gone down for his first sleep, I'm going to do some exercising and I'm really excited. I've actually created a bit of a circuit list. I haven't done this sort of stuff in a while because I have dodgy knees. I've dislocated both of them and my pelvic floor is still quite weak. I'm gonna do low impact, a lot of toning and just building up that muscular strength. So let's move our body. That was definitely a good circuit. Went for 26 minutes, which is good. And I'm just gonna do a little cool down walk for the last 4 minutes. This is definitely a really great way to have self-care. I'm gonna feel better in my skin, I'm gonna feel stronger, and I know it's gonna be releasing those endorphins that are gonna make me feel happy. I think while I was working out, my realistic goal for this is to do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then my reward for doing it for the 3 days is that on my school pickup run on Friday afternoon, I'll treat myself with a drive-through coffee. Today is the second day, it's Tuesday, and I definitely feel like after yesterday's big success of doing exercise and looking after myself with treats and just really filling my cup, that it's a great one-off, but now it's trying to get into those healthy habits of intentionally putting it in my routine. And I think the thing that I'm really struggling with is not getting up to exercise. I know that I need to listen to my body, and it's very sore, which is great because it means that it's getting stronger, but I need today as a rest day, and with no routine, that's where my mental health starts to fail a little bit. I didn't know what to put in this morning's morning sleep session, so I've just done a lot of washing. It is a beautifully sunny day, so I'm gonna maybe spend 10 minutes outside and just like focus on some breathing maybe, and see if that puts me in a good headspace, because this morning there was a lot of big emotions and it really does affect me quite badly. One of my biggest struggles at the moment is seeing the good in things, and I think that's the thing when you're depressed, is you're just in that mindset of everything is bad and nothing is good, and I just struggle. And even just sitting here in my own thoughts is not necessarily always a good thing, but I am loving feeling the sun on my skin. I'm loving listening to the birds sing and watch airplanes fly over my head, and seeing the birds fly and just enjoying that slower pace of life. I'm noticing a trend on days where Eddie's routine is out of whack and being unpredictable, that it's a definite struggle for me mentally. I would not classify today as a good day. It's not a tremendously bad day because I'm being mindful of my mental health and not just wallowing in it. But we've got to do the school pickup, and I'm gonna try and do something with the kids maybe this afternoon. Hey bud. But dinner's all meal prepped, ready to go, so hopefully that will help with the afternoon. And I'll make sure I treat myself to a coffee when I get home, and something special for afternoon tea maybe. Happy Wednesday, welcome to day 3. As you can tell, I am feeling very defeated and deflated. It was a rough night, rough morning. I am still feeling very sore from Monday's workout, and yesterday was just draining. but I'm hopeful that doing a workout this morning is going to help me have a good mental mindset every day. I'm hopeful that something will just help me. So I'm gonna do my 30 minutes of exercise. I've got the oven preheating because I've made a little tiny sourdough loaf for myself, just a single serve. And today's gonna be a good day. So I think that today I need to be more so productive in order to have my mental health going well, rather than like pampering myself. I think there needs to be that balance between doing things that help you feel good and productive and like everything's in order and help you relax, versus things that are relaxing. So let's get to exercising. Yesterday was such a big mental day for me in just surviving that I didn't even get to do my little journal. So I'm going to do that now while I eat brekkie, and then I'm going to do some productive work on the computer. The one thing I'm enjoying about lighting a candle is it's symbolic of me time. Yes, it smells nice and it helps me to relax, but it also helps me to remember that this is the time that I'm taking for me. So whether that means I'm doing something to relax or something that's going to help me feel more relaxed by being productive, either way, I'm really enjoying it. So Edmund's been down for probably an hour. So if I'm lucky, I'll have another hour. So I'm going to finish my brekkie and I'm going to do some stuff on the computer and see how the rest of the day goes. But I'm thankful that I've moved my body this morning. I definitely feel like it helps me with my mental mindset, and I'm trying to figure out a way where I could do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, even if my body is sore. So maybe I might try and find something that's less intense, maybe? I don't know. Today I've noticed that Eddie has definitely changed his routine. I think yesterday I thought maybe he was having a bad day, but his times have been quite similar to yesterday. And there's a part of me that always struggles with that. The change of routine is hard for me, but I'm finding because everything has been brought up a little bit earlier that I'm getting to do extra things. And I think a bad habit for me was to sit down and watch television whenever I had downtime, which is the reason why I'm gonna lie in the sun and just soak in that vitamin D. I've noticed that my hands are peeling and my nails aren't as strong as they used to be postpartum. So I'm hoping lying in the sun is gonna help. But I've done all the computer work, I feel productive, I feel like now I can relax, like I've earned the ability to relax. All the chores are up to date, so yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy this time of looking up at the clouds. Good morning, happy Thursday. It's day 4 of trying to establish a good mental health routine, and one thing I noticed from yesterday is I truly do have a better day when I work out in the morning. So I've got my gym clothes on and I'm going to do a workout. This morning was just tough. I feel like mornings are tough. There's lots of big emotions happening and it's very hard to navigate through it. So I'm hoping once I do this workout, have a shower, eat some breakfast, have some coffee, that it will be a good start to the day. But the sun is shining. I really enjoyed getting some sun yesterday, so I think I'll repeat those things that helped me to have a good day yesterday and see if they help me to have a good day today. So let's move our body. Good morning, happy Friday, day 5 of trying to figure out what mental health looks like as a mom of 4. Last night was so special because I was reading like all my ideas of ways to like look after myself, and one of them was to watch a sunset or look at the stars. So last night I got the picnic blanket out the front with like all the pillows off the lounge chair, and Michael and I had some hot drinks and we had a big fluffy blanket and we just laid there and looked at the stars and chatted, and it was so great to be disconnected. We were out there for like an hour and a half, like all the kids were in bed sound asleep, and it was just so lovely. This morning, my mental health is the fact that I'm going to get out, because I've realized that even though I'm getting into a really nice routine, which is great for my brain, I have been at home all week and I need to focus outwardly as well in order not to get depressed. So I'm going to volunteer at Tuck Shop. I used to go straight away and do like the early morning rush, but because Eddie's first sleep, which is his good sleep, is this morning, I've put him down at like 8:15. If I give him 2 hours, it'll be 10:15. By the time I get to Tuck Shop, it'll be morning tea time, which is like the rush time, so that'll be great. And then I'll stay through until second break. So I think that's the way I'm gonna go about it. But I have made a really cute cup of tea. I'm gonna have some brekkie and do some productive stuff on the computer, and I think that'll be a good start to my Friday. But have a look at this cute little teacup. I know drinking from a pot of tea means that I have the time to sit down and enjoy a cuppa rather than just a cup of tea on the run. So for me, this is a good way to just breathe, have a slower way of life. But my candle is lit and the window is open, the blinds are open, I've got the sun, I've got the fresh winter breeze, and I think these are key things to have good mental health, is not being stuck and suffocated at home.